For the decorating, I'll tick to open this section, and it then works it out for me. You can change the default number of coats required to the external walls, the internal walls, and the ceilings. So if you have a mist coat, base coat, and top coat, it will be 2.5 coats like this. Again, these are in yellow cells, which means they have default values and can be changed in your master template copy to suit what you would usually do. This saves you changing it for every job you price. You can then just change these yellow cells to something different for a particular job. The square metre measurements for the walls and ceilings that are being decorated are here for you to view, and the hours have also been calculated. I'll untick these as they are not required. The quantities of the materials for the decorating are all calculated here and rounded up to the tin sizes you can buy them in. Now for the timber decoration. By default, the number of coats the programme has allowed for is 1 for primer, 1 for undercoat, 1 for gloss, and a fraction for knotting. Again, these can be changed in your master template copy and also for any job you price. For reference, you can view the conversions the programme uses here, and they can be changed if you disagree with them. The programme classes the windows as small, medium, or large for decorating purposes. For example, the programme classes the 1200 by 1200 window frames I entered earlier as medium-sized. You can change this if required. The painting of the fascias, soffits and barge boards have been worked out, as earlier on I chose timber for these rather than plastic. The programme again is constantly thinking for you, so nothing is forgotten or missed out. I'm pricing the internal decoration, and the internal timber work is to be stained, so I'll click this image. All the architraves, window boards, skirting and so on are calculated. The general items, such as the ceiling of frames, making good and tower scaffold, is here. All the material quantities and costs for the options you have chosen are detailed based on the conversion criteria here. For example, it shows you how many 1 litre tins of primer will be needed. Remember, you can change the material selected in these yellow drop-down boxes, and you can enlarge the view of these by clicking on the magnifying glass. If I change the primer to a 5 litre can, the number of cans will decrease here. You can add and edit materials and prices in the library, which I will show you later. You might allow for the decoration in your estimate, but the client may change their mind later on when you're actually doing the job. You'd then just open their estimate file, untick the box for decorating, and this section is all excluded for you. Just print off a revised quote and work schedule for them, and save this as a revised estimate file. If you have any floor or wall tiling, you can open this section. You then would enter the area measurements for these and it works out the quantities of tiles, adhesive, grout, wall spacers, and like all the other stages of the job, the labour hours and costs.